Hey everyone, it's Coach Matt from Primal Athlete Training Center, www.primalatc.com. Guys, if you haven't heard of Primal, Primal is the online hub. Primal is the home base, so to speak, for all throwers and coaches from the sport of track and field, where you can come to get daily info and daily updates, ask your questions, view videos and blog posts, and check out everything that we have to offer to help you throw further on a daily basis. Well, today's video and today's blog, we're actually talking to you guys about Olympic lifting for throwers. Now, this is nothing new. Olympic lifting has been used by throwers for decades and decades to help throwers get more explosive, to help throwers get faster and stronger, how to use their whole body as one unit. Well, today, guys, when we talk about Olympic lifting, I want to show you some specific type of work that I do with all of my throwers here at Primal that is what I feel a little bit more specific and a little bit closer to the real world of what they're going to use when they're in the circle or on the javelin runway. And today we're going to be talking about the clean and press, and the snatch. Now, typically when we talk about these Olympic lifting movements, and when we think about these Olympic lifting movements, we're thinking of doing them with an Olympic bar, with a 20 kilo, with a 45-pound Olympic bar. Having our hands connected, having our hands on the bar, cleaning and pressing, or snatching overhead. What we want to talk about today is actually using dumbbells. Now, I love using dumbbells to do cleans and to do snatches and clean and press because I feel it translates better into the sport, into the real world. When you have a shot put, when you're throwing discus, javelin, even hammer, for the most part, we're dealing with things being in one hand, okay? So, for that reason, having the dumbbell in one hand, I feel you have to balance and stabilize a little bit more, and I feel like it's a lot more functional, a lot more specific to what they're going to do in the circle. Now, if you break it down and you take a look at the events, shot put, discus, and the hammer especially, with the shot put, you are bent in that power position. You're down on one leg and your knee is bent almost into a quarter squat position. Discus is the same thing. You're in that quarter squat position. Hammer, when you're turning, again, you're not in a full squat. You're in a quarter squat position. You're never going to squat down all the way to parallel when you're doing any of your throws. It's always going to be that quarter squat. You're just sitting and resting, nice athletic, just about if you were going to jump as high as you could, that's how low you want to be. You don't want to be butt down to the ground. You don't want to be parallel. You want to be in a nice athletic, ready position with those legs, nice and springy, nice and quick. So what I like to do to combine this all together, I'm going to show you 3 of my favorite drills that I do here at Primal with my throwers to help them throw further day after day and to get them stronger specifically for their events. Okay, the first one we're going to do is a dumbbell clean and press. I'm going to show you how I do it a little bit differently here. So what I'm going to do is take a dumbbell. This is a 55-pound dumbbell. Now, 55-pound dumbbell is not heavy. Clean and press, if I was doing real heavy work, would probably be around a 75, 80-pound dumbbell. Going to grab something a little bit lighter, okay, something that still has some weight to it, but it's not a max effort work because we want to move, just like the shot, discus, hammer, and javelin, we want to move a weight that is somewhat heavy as quickly as we possibly can. Okay, we're not working on moving the heaviest amount possible one time. We're working on moving a somewhat heavy weight as quickly as we possibly can. We don't ever grind anything out. We don't ever do heavy max work. We're always working on moving as fast as we possibly can with a medium weight. So we got the 55-pounder. Now, when we clean and when we press, we want to start from the hang position. We don't want to start from the ground. Remember, we're never going to squat all the way down to parallel when we do these events. We're going to start right at about knee level. So the first part of the clean, we're going to dip down to knee level, and we're going to explode up and bring the dumbbell up to our shoulder. Looks like this. Down, up. Okay? Let me show you that again. We're going to lower it. We're going to dip, explode up. That's the clean. Now, you can see how it resembles its big brother with the 45-pound bar, but by using one hand, of course, it translates a little bit better into the real world when a thrower's in the circle. Now, you can also throw the press on there. And let me show you what that looks like. We're going to clean again. Remember, dip and clean. Now, staying real tight, we're going to dip again with our legs and throw the dumbbell overhead as fast as we can. Bring it down, and let's do it again. Now, this time in real time. Dip and clean, dip and press. So that's the basic movements. That's the clean and press with the dumbbell. Now, if you want to get a little bit more tricky, you can use 2 dumbbells. So, got some 45-pounders here. I like to have each dumbbell right on each leg. So what we're going to do again is we're going to dip and clean, dip and press. So we dip, clean, dip, press. Lower, lower, dip, clean, dip, press. Okay? So the variations are there. You can do clean, clean and press, repeat clean and press for higher amounts of reps. If you want to get more of a cardiovascular work in there, you guys need to drop a little weight or work on getting more explosive. Again, lower the weight a little bit, medium weight as fast as you possibly can. The last movement I teach is the snatch. Now, again, typically with the bar, you're looking at pulling off the ground, exploding overhead, having the bar in that snatch grip. When I do dumbbell snatches, okay, we're using one dumbbell, and what we're going to do is we're going to dip down, again, just to knee level, just in that quarter squat, like if you were in the power position. Dip to knee level, throwing the dumbbell overhead and catching. Now when you do this, you want to make sure, and I'll show you sideways too, you're leading with the elbow, okay, keeping the dumbbell real close to your body. So let me show you what that looks like. Dumbbell in hand. Again, 45-pounder, not too heavy. Nice medium weight, I can move extremely fast, but still has some weight to it. Dip, snatch, lower, lower. Dip, snatch, lower, lower. Now I'm going to show you from the side. I want you to watch how close to my body I keep the dumbbell, and then I'm leading with my elbow. Lower, lower, dip, lower, lower. Let me show you from the other side. Dip, lower, lower, dip, lower, lower. So guys, there you have it. With Olympic lifting, I'll typically never have a group of 5 or 6 throwers in here doing repeat cleans, repeat snatches with super heavy weight on a 45-pound bar. Every time we're doing cleans, every time we're doing snatches, it's with a dumbbell or with a kettlebell. Every time we do clean and press, again, dumbbell or a kettlebell. The reason for that, with these, you have the weight in one hand, and because the weight's in one hand, it translates a lot better when they're in the circle. Guys, Coach Matt, Primal Athlete Training Center. Please make sure you check us out, primalatc.com, and let your friends, let your teammates, and let your coaches know that Primal is the place to come for daily updates on throwing information to make you a better thrower. Thanks.